Namo Buddha friends, listen to this story a little carefully, because this story is going to change your life. Once upon a time, Anand, the most beloved and closest disciple of Mahatma Buddha, was once going somewhere. On the way, he saw that a person was crying sitting on top of a rock. Seeing that, Anand stopped there and went to that person and asked the reason for his sadness. The man reached his tears and said, "I am an unfortunate businessman from a nearby village. Whatever work I do, it goes wrong. I lost my mother and wife's house in the pursuit of business, lost my family, and even my house and farm are mortgaged. I think I'm having bad luck." Hearing that person, Anand said, "Who told you that your luck is bad? Let me also know what is wrong with your fate." The person said that earlier I used to do farming, but every year there was a loss. Sometimes there was a drought, sometimes the crop was damaged due to excessive rain, sometimes stray animals damaged the crop, sometimes insects and diseases ruined the crop. My family was not able to make a living properly by farming, due to which I gave up farming and decided to do business. I started my business by selling my wife's jewelry. But my business could not work. Initially, my family helped me financially and supported me. But as I started to suffer, my family members also left me and distanced themselves from me. Now he turns his eyes away on me, blaming me for the poverty and plight of his family. Now I feel like a burden on my life. Often I have the thought that I should end my life, and I came here today to commit suicide, but could not muster the courage. So I am sitting on this stone and crying. I have a friend on the other side. We both started a business at the same time, but he moved forward and I stayed behind. Because of this failure of mine, he keeps trying to put me down all the time, and he often comes to my house and talks about his success. He tells my family how he worked hard to do such a big business, and he often tells me, my wife, and my parents stories of his flourishing business. On hearing this, my family praises him, but they do evil to me. They call me negligent and low-minded. My wife and mother taunt me every now and then, which hurts me a lot. And sometimes there is anger at one's own failure, but I don't know what to do. After hearing this, Anand asked, "What do you regret, your failure or the success of your friend?" Hearing the question, the person thought for a moment and then said, "If I tell the truth, I do not regret my failure as much as the success of a friend." Bhikkhu Ananda asked the next question, "Would you be happy if your friend had failed in business and you had succeeded?" Anand said, "It means that your happiness depends on your friend. He can make you happy if he wants, and he can make you unhappy if he wants. You can neither be happy nor unhappy with yourself." Hearing the monk's words, the man thought for a while and then said, "I am getting some hope by listening to you." Then Bhikkhu Ananda said, "When we put hope in someone, we become dependent on him. Then our happiness and sorrow also depend on him. That is why it is best that you become your own hope. When you do this and at the same time work hard and honestly, you will definitely get success. You feel that your friend comes to humiliate you, to make you sad. But if you think honestly, then he says the truth. He talks about his struggle and experience. You can learn a lot from those things. You should thank him for getting so many experiences sitting at home. You take advantage of experiences, start afresh, keep working honestly, don't be fooled. One day you will succeed. Whom you are having your bad times or bad luck today, one day it will change, and with it your thinking and thoughts will also change. And see, when your good times begin, not even your friend will tell you the story of his successes. Then he will tell you of his failures and troubles, so that you get confused by listening to him, your confidence is shaken, and you can make wrong decisions. But even at that time, you have to use your own intellect, have faith in yourself. Just as your friend comes to make you unhappy today, he will come to make you unhappy at that time too. Because you enjoy seeing him sad. In the same way, he enjoys seeing you miserable. The person said, "You said right, but my biggest sorrow is that my family members are also involved in this. I really wanted to do good for my family, to make them happy, but they also do not understand my words and feelings. They call me wrong, and he hasn't even been with me for some time." Bhikkhu Ananda explained to the man saying, "We always want people to praise us for whatever we do, but this is usually not the case. people don't come to us and praise us, which makes us sad. We start feeling that our friends, relatives, family members are all selfish. But if you consider someone as your family and want to do something for them, why do you think that you are doing anything for others? In fact, you are doing something for your own pleasure, because you are happy to see them happy. If you deny that you are doing something for others, you will be unhappy. But if you think you are doing something for yourself, you will be happy. Because that's when we do, or want to, do something for ourselves. So we don't need consolation for that. Hearing these words of Monk Anand, the expression on that person's face changed completely. He said, "You are right. I understood that till now my luck was bad, because it was in the hands of others. But from now on I will keep my fate in my hands, and I will try again. I will work with full dedication and honesty, and I will not rest until I get success." Listening to the man, Anand smiled and handed him a small box and said, "Always keep it with you. There is a mantra in it that will get you out of even the biggest of sorrows. But open it only when all your paths are closed. There is no hope, and you feel that everything is useless. This world is useless, and living here is also futile." The man thanked the monk and returned home with the box. He started his business again with new enthusiasm, and this time his business started. On the strength of his hard work and dedication, he became a big businessman in just a few years. His family members also came with him, and his life started passing with great happiness, peace, and prosperity. But till date, no one has understood the game of time and luck, and no one will understand. It doesn't always stay the same, it keeps changing. There was also a change in the life of that person. The kingdom in which that person lived was attacked by the king of the neighboring state. In that attack and looting, all the money of that person was also looted. His house and shop were all burned. He had to flee with his family to save his life. The man wandered around with his family for several days. He became obsessed with grains. His child became ill and lived badly with the disease due to lack of treatment. Seeing this, his heart swelled. He did not even have a coin in the name of money for his son's treatment and feeding the family. He broke down badly inside. In such a situation, he was once again disappointed. He started feeling that his life is meaningless, the whole world is in vain. But then suddenly he remembered the box given to him by Bhikkhu Ananda and opened it with great eagerness. There was a slip inside him. Something was written on it, reading which the darkness of despair that had enveloped before his eyes disappeared, and he smiled suddenly. It was written on that slip, "This too will pass." Friends, this story teaches us that it is possible to understand the game of time. It is always changing. That is why we do not have to be overly disappointed in bad situations. We have to maintain self-confidence. Because times change. If today is bad, tomorrow will also be good. If you like this story, then like this video. To hear more such stories, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until then, we meet you with another such inspiring story. Until Namo Buddha.